Hello everybody, my name is Gamastar, and welcome to Sonic 3. This is going to be my first Let's Play, and I'm not really used to doing this, but I thought I'd give it a try, so let's see how this goes. So I'm just going to start a file over here, and I think I'm going to edit this out, but if I don't, whoops. Anyways, let's get started. So before we get started with the game, there's actually a little intro cutscene right here that I'm going to play out. It's not too long and hopefully it'll just go well. I did some test recordings the other day and they went pretty well. I got more used to talking on the mic, so hopefully this works well. Anyways, we're in our first zone, Angel Island, except I don't know why it's called Angel Island considering the entire island's called Angel Island, I guess. We have some enemies over here. This little Rhino bot will charge at you, which is pretty standard, but you can roll into him or jump on him. And we got this little monkey guy over here who will throw Tails, thank you. Thanks, Tails. He'll throw coconuts at you, which we may or may not see. I'm actually going to go into a bonus stage right here, or special stage. In special stages, we have to collect all the blue spheres while avoiding the red ones. Pretty self-explanatory. If you go around in circles, like if you encircle all of the spheres, then you turn them into rings, and collecting all those rings will actually give you a 1-up to help with your score. I'm actually not going to be going for all the rings, considering that it takes a while, and I really don't want to deal with that on later stages, but encircling the rings is actually easier for completing these, so it shouldn't be too bad. As you play along in these special stages though, they speed up based on the timing of the music. I've played this game so many times that I actually know by memory, both actual and muscle memory, that I know when they speed up. So yeah, this first special stage isn't hard at all. We're actually just finished with it. It's one big square, so yeah, we got our first Chaos Emerald right here. So I could go, there are multiple special stages in each zone that I could go into. However, I think I'm going to stick to one per act, considering that it would take a while. Like, each video would probably take a while if I was to get all of them at once. I guess we'll head up here. Right there we got an invincibility box, not going to grab it. We got a little plant enemy right there. That guy will shoot out little, oh, here's the monkey dude. That plant enemy we saw will shoot out spiked balls that can hit you, but if you do Sonic's insta-shield like this, you can deflect the projectiles. And we got a 1-up up here. If you have one of the other shields, which we will be seeing later, probably like after this, those deflect them automatically, which is easier. We got a little mini cutscene right here. You can't do anything about this guy. It's kind of, you'll wait there and see what happens. Going up here, as I was talking about with the special stages down here, in this room, going up here, there is a special stage. So if you're playing along and you want to find more special stages, then go ahead and use them. I'm going to be going to try and find as many as I can, but as I said, I'm only going to do one per act in the stage. Whoopsies. Yeah, I played this game for so many years and I still get hit by the common enemy. We're basically at the end of the act, so we're going to be coming up on a mini-boss. There's one per stage. There's a mini-boss in Act 1, and then we have the actual boss in the second level, or Act 2. This is the boss that we saw earlier. He takes 6 hits to deplete, like most mini-bosses. You can't just cheese him, like I can just jump on him and end this, but instead I'm just going to kind of do it normally. So this is a little bonus game we have where you can hit the signpost up and move it around, and if you're lucky and don't suck like me on the other playthroughs I did of this, you can find some hidden bonus items. Blah, I can't talk. So if I can aim this correctly, it's kind of finicky, honestly. Please, of course not. So there are two little pixels down near like the middle and bottom right in between the sign next to Sonic and the signpost. I believe those were the items that, like right here, there's a bubble shield, and we'll be seeing that later. Actually, speaking of shields, we have the fire shield right now. If you notice me doing in the last boss fight, I was doing an mid-air dash. So that mid-air dash can only be done by Sonic. and basically that's a shield special move. Each of the 3 shields has a specific move that they can do, only done by Sonic. The other 2 characters, Tails, who is traveling along with us, and Knuckles, who we'll be seeing later, they can use the shields, but they can't actually use those abilities. That's kind of Sonic's main gimmick. And if you have a second player, you can have somebody play as Tails in these stages, but I don't have any friends. I'm kidding, I do, but I really don't have anybody to play with, I guess. And honestly, it's just a little thing where it's kind of a big hassle for something so minor that I feel like I shouldn't really go through it. I'm playing right now Sonic 3 Air, which isn't an actual release of Sonic 3, it's more of a mod of sorts, where it gives the Sonic 3 basically the HD port treatment of the 1 and 2 mobiles. This adds a bunch of stuff like smoother like graphics, more frames, etc., quality of life, and just overall is more accessible to me, so yeah, if you're playing this on an actual console, I don't think it would be as smooth. We actually noticed right there the flame shield went away in the water. That and another shield go away in water, but the bubble shield doesn't. The bubble shield lets Sonic bounce on the ground. You can do multiple bounces, pretty fun. It also lets Sonic breathe underwater, and that's pretty important coming up later, but going underwater really isn't a big issue in this zone, so you'll likely not drown in here. But if you do, then I feel sorry for you for later, because we have to go through some water stages soon. I guess I'll show this off here. Whoops, there was another enemy. If you have enough rings at a checkpoint, you can go into a bonus stage. This is one of 3 bonus stages that you can play. This is the jackpot bonus game. Basically, you want to go into this middle area and just play slots, and if you match stuff up, you're able to get free rings. However, if you get Eggman, or Robotnik, I'm just going to be calling him Eggman honestly, you will actually lose rings. I believe the max you get is 100 from the jackpot, but you also lose 100 from Eggman. I'm actually just going to head out because it's pretty self-explanatory. So, another thing that I don't know if you guys can hear behind me, but the music for each stage is different, or act. I guess I should be calling them act because they're really the same. There's just a lot to go over at first, but later on I'll actually be able to talk about a lot of stuff that I love about this game. Yeah, music is one of the big ones, and I will be going over that a lot. I'll probably be gushing over the music a ton. But this is the lightning shield, what I have right now. A little late on explaining it. You can do a double jump in the air, but if you go into the water, you'll lose it. I don't know if this is exclusive to... actually, I should just go over this first. There's a ring over here that you can go into. I'm not going into it because I've already explained. But in Sonic 3, I think this is just air exclusive, but I may be wrong on that. If you go into the water with a lightning shield and then it goes and it explodes, you can kill enemies on screen with that explosion. I don't think I've ever seen this in Sonic 3, and it's honestly pretty situational, so... Oh, wait, there's a secret over there. Yeah, it's just a neat little thing, I guess, though it's gonna be very situational. There is a flame shield up here right before this checkpoint, but I'm actually gonna go into this checkpoint first to show off a different bonus game. The Gumball Machine. Excuse me. So, the Gumball Machine basically just jump back and forth, and you can see those shield icons, the yellow, blue, and red ones. Those basically give you the different elemental shields. There's also 1-ups, and the green rep basically restarts that shield bumper at the or spring bumper at the bottom. Yep, there's a 1-up, and I got blocked by a black thing. I don't know what those bumper, I guess. Yeah, you can only stay in here for a bit. Once you're, oop, I guess we get one more thing. Never mind. Yeah, the reason why I didn't want to go in there is in case I got a shield. I want to keep this flame shield for the boss, which is coming up soon. Yeah, we're just gonna come out here, have a little cutscene. Yeah, this first zone's honestly pretty short, but it's a great introduction to the game to get you used to the controls. I'm trying to think about anything else that I really missed, but if I remember something and I can just go over it later, this little thing is not even that big of a deal. All you have to do is just hold right, but it's pretty cool how they tried to add in some in-game cutscenes into each stage instead of just having stage cutscenes at the beginning and end. I think it's pretty cool, honestly. But we're coming up to a boss, and I'm not gonna do that. You can jump behind him to deal some extra damage and basically cheese this entire fight, but I'm not gonna do that to show something off. This boss is pretty easy, honestly. You can see his silhouette behind the waterfall, so you can figure out where he's gonna show up next. What I want to show off is that if you have the flame shield, which is given to you right before this, you are impervious to all of his attacks, except if you actually run into him. So yeah, this boss is pretty easy, nothing much to explain, and he's done. And you can't still die here, so don't flame dash off the ledge like I have once before. Yeah, that's the first zone. Pretty straightforward. And we get a little cutscene after this going into the next zone, which helps them connect better. But I honestly just want to end things off here. Don't want to have the videos go on too long or too short on, and I think this is around 10 minutes or so. So let me just get up higher. And next time on Sonic 3, we're going to be exploring this new zone called Hydrocity. So I'll see you guys then.